Matt Eberflus, Bears file complaint with NFL over Packers penalty on game-winning FG block. Chicago Bears fans, it's time to grab your stress ball. You know, the one you've been squeezing for years every time the Packers come to town. That's right. The Bears lost another heartbreaker on Sunday after the Green Bay Packers blocked a game-winning field goal attempt as time expired. And if you thought the pain couldn't get worse, well, hold my beer. On Monday, head coach Matt Eberflus held a press conference to break down the loss. And it turns out the Bears aren't taking this one lying down. Oh no, they're filing a complaint with the NFL because, according to Eberflus, the Packers may have committed a penalty on the game-ending blocked kick. Let's unpack this emotional roller coaster, shall we? The game-winning field goal attempt, a story of hope, then heartbreak. Let's set the scene. The Bears were trailing 20-19 with 2:59 left on the clock. There's still time, right? Time to make a game-winning drive and snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. The Bears took possession at their own 30-yard line. And after a solid 42-yard march down the field, they found themselves at the Packers' 28-yard line with only one thing left to do, make a 46-yard field goal. Enter kicker Cairo Santos, who, with a deep breath and a prayer, lined up for the most important kick of his life. The ball was snapped. And then, bam! Out of nowhere, the Packers' defense swarmed and blocked the kick as time expired. Game over. Packers win. Bears lose. Heartbreak at Soldier Field. Eberflus claims Packers made illegal contact. Here's why that matters. Now, here's where it gets spicy. Coach Matt Eberflus wasn't about to let this one go quietly. After watching the tape, he and his staff are convinced that the Packers committed a penalty on the play. Specifically, they believe Green Bay made illegal contact with long snapper Scott Daly. And no, it's not just because Daly looked like he was about to get flattened by a speeding freight train. Here's the thing, long snappers are considered defenseless players at the time of the snap, meaning they get special protection under NFL rules. According to those rules, defenders aren't supposed to forcibly hit the long snapper in the head or neck area using their helmet, forearm, or shoulder. In theory, Daly should have had a little more time to get himself in position. But instead, he got pancaked. Eberflus took to the podium and said this: "We saw him making direct contact with him right away, so we'll turn it in. And we'll see what the league says from there. But again, we've just got to be firmer in our execution." So, in Eberflus' mind, the Packers committed a foul, and the Bears deserve another shot at that field goal. Will the NFL give them one? That's anyone's guess. Was the block legal? Let's break it down. Now, let's play NFL rules lawyer for a second. Was the block actually illegal? Well, that depends on who you ask. On the play, Packers defender TJ Slaton leapt over the long snapper, Scott Daly, and knocked him down to the ground before Daly had time to get into blocking position. Daly didn't even have his head up when it happened. Talk about a tough day at the office. According to NFL rules, Daly is considered a defenseless player in that moment. So if any contact was made to his head or neck area, that could be a penalty. But whether or not the contact was forcible enough to be a violation is a subjective call. The referees didn't throw a flag. And on the field, no penalty was assessed. So, was the play illegal? Well, it's a bit like asking if pineapple belongs on pizza. Some people say yes. Some people say no, and some just get really mad when you bring it up. It's up to the NFL to take a second look and decide if the Packers actually broke the rules, or if the Bears just need to tighten up their special teams. Eberflus defends his field goal attempt decision. "I feel really good about it." Of course, no loss in Chicago would be complete without a round of questions about how it all went down. Eberflus was asked why the Bears opted to take the 46-yard field goal instead of running another play to gain a few extra yards, potentially making the kick easier. "Why didn't you take a shot at making the field goal easier, Coach?" they asked. Eberflus, unflappable as always, replied, "I feel really good about running the ball there to get to the 28-yard line and taking the clock down to 3 seconds. That gave us the best chance to win the game." Now, I know what you're thinking, there were still 30 seconds on the clock. They had plenty of time for another play. But Eberflus had his reasons for sticking with the field goal attempt, saying the risks of trying for extra yardage outweighed the rewards. The obvious risks are, you false start, you go backward, you run an outside play, they call holding, you throw a pass, it gets tipped. So, in Eberflus' mind, the decision to play it safe was the smart one. It's just that the football gods weren't on his side this time. What's next for the Bears? And just like that, the Bears have now lost 4 straight after a promising 4-2 start. and they're sinking further away from the playoff race. The loss to the Packers wasn't just another close but no cigar moment, it was a gut punch to an already fragile season. And with head coach Matt Eberflus facing tough questions about the direction of this team, things are starting to feel like one big, never-ending downward spiral. But hey, that's the NFL for you. 1 minute you're a hero. The next you're filing complaints about long snappers getting run over. For now, all the Bears can do is pick themselves up, figure out their quarterback situation, because that's always fun to figure out. And get ready for next week. Maybe they'll win one. Maybe they won't. Either way, there's more football to play. Closing thoughts, the Bears keep fighting, sort of. So, Bears fans, what do we think? Was the blocked field goal a penalty? Did Eberflus make the right call? Is the season over? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the Bears' latest heartbreaker, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video with all your fellow fans who are probably still trying to recover from Sunday's loss. Stay tuned, because the Bears season is far from over, and who knows? Maybe they'll actually give us something to cheer about before it's all said and done. Until then, keep the faith, and maybe don't watch the Packers game again.
Packers block FG at the buzzer to beat Bears for 11th straight win. Well, the Chicago Bears came this close to ending their 6-year losing streak to the Green Bay Packers, but as always, the Packers had the last laugh. With just seconds left on the clock, Caleb Williams drove the Bears down to the Packers' 29-yard line, setting up a potential game-winning 46-yard field goal attempt. But as time expired, Cairo Santos' kick was blocked. And just like that, the Packers snatched a 20-19 victory, extending their dominance in this heated accuracy. Even more impressive, Williams bounced back from 2 sacks during the final drive, completing 3 straight passes, including a clutch 21-yard pass on 3rd and 19. The Bears also showed defensive fight, making some huge stops. Rookie cornerback Terrell Smith picked off Jordan Love in the red zone. And later, Chicago's defense stuffed Love on 4th and goal. They even held the Packers' offense to just 1 yard on a 2-point conversion attempt late in the game. But the Packers were just too much to handle in the end. Jordan Love was solid, completing 13 of 17 passes for 261 yards and a touchdown. He also ran one in himself. And don't forget about the Packers' unsung hero, Christian Watson. He had a monster 60-yard play that helped push the Packers into scoring range for the game-winning drive. At 7-3, the Packers are still fighting for a wild card spot, while the Bears fall to 4-6 under Matt Eberflus. But don't count out the Bears just yet. They showed real growth today. And with a new offensive coordinator, it's clear they have a QB in Caleb Williams who might just be their future. This game was a heartbreaker, but Bears fans have plenty to be excited about moving forward. Will they finally break their losing streak to Green Bay next season? Only time will tell.